Let me show you how just taking 2 minutes with a band before your workout can improve your presses, pulls, or any other lift that you use your upper body for. So before any push or pull day, I'll spend 2 to 4 minutes shoulder flossing, doing what we like to call around the worlds. All I'm doing is keeping consistent tension on a band while moving my arms through a full 360-degree path. The key is that the band never slackens. I'm pulling it apart the entire time so the rotator cuff and the scapula stay engaged through every angle. By doing this, I'm getting the benefit of 5 major key factors, and here's what they are. First, rotator cuff activation. This movement hits the rotator cuff from multiple angles as the arm travels through a full 360-degree path. This constant tension from the band forces the small stabilizers to fire throughout the entire range of motion. And this primes your rotator cuff for the demands of pressing and rowing. You'll also get immediate improvements in joint centration, meaning the humeral head sits more centered in the socket, which makes all upper body lifts smoother and safer. Next, scapular mobility. This drill moves your shoulder blades into an upward rotation, downward rotation, protraction, and retraction. Basically all the directions they need to move in a push or pull day, which reduces stiffness and wakes up the scapular stabilizers, and the around the world path forces the scapula to glide correctly instead of getting stuck or restricted. Next, dynamic stretch and controlled tension. You'll get a dynamic stretch for the pecs, lats, delts, biceps, and even triceps while maintaining controlled tension through the band. That means the muscle tissues will become more compliant, meaning they'll lengthen easier and contract harder afterwards. It also reduces that stuck and pin feeling in the front delt. Next, improved joint lubrication. Moving through a large range of motion under load increases synovial fluid circulation, basically lubricating the shoulder joint. This is why your shoulder feels warmer, smoother, less crunchy, and less stiff just after a few rotations. Next, neuromuscular priming. This wakes up your nervous system for upper body training by rehearsing the movement patterns the shoulder will need during pressing, pulling, bracing, and stabilizing, meaning you can ramp up into your compound lifts cleaner and faster. Now let me tell you why doing it alternating or on one foot is actually better. First, it allows for more natural anatomical freedom. When both feet are planted evenly, your pelvis is locked in and both sides of your rib cage have to move symmetrically. But shoulder rotation is not always symmetrical. One side may be tighter, more restricted, or less stable. Standing on one foot or alternating frees the pelvis and ribcage to rotate slightly, giving the shoulder blades more space to move. This results in smoother rotation, less pinching, cleaner scapular glide, and less compensation. Next, it exposes and fixes left and right imbalances. Standing on one foot forces the core and hip stabilizers on that side to engage, which affects the shoulder on the opposite side. If one shoulder tends to dominate, standing on one leg reduces that dominance. And if one shoulder is restricted, the added trunk freedom allows it to open up. This is why you intuitively feel more even activation when you switch feet. Next, better ribcage position equaling better shoulder mechanics. Standing on one foot subtly shifts your ribcage over the stance leg. That slight shift gives the scapula more room to rotate, improves shoulder flexion and extension, reduces anterior tilt, and makes the rotator cuff fire more efficiently.